Yo, shout out to the plant people who do this YouTube content, because all this setting up with a camera and doing all this, like, yo, this is nuts. What is going on, plant people? We're about to revive this YouTube video channel, okay? Thank you for joining me. And if this is your first time here, I am the Plant Muse. I am an anthurium enthusiast and also a flight attendant, and I am here today because nobody in my real world wants to talk about plants. So we're gonna talk about plants here on my channel. Yeah, so what I got for y'all right now are some of my favorite anthurium. I've been collecting anthurium since last year, so 2023, beginning of 2023, when I first moved into this apartment. And I was like, yo, I need to get some plants together, because one of my windows, the one that's behind me that's giving me a good portion of this natural light, is a floor to ceiling window. Like literally the whole wall is nothing but floor to ceiling window. So I was like, this is the perfect opportunity for me to use this window to get plants. Little did I know though, when I got this apartment, I was going to be a plant enthusiast. This is a northwest facing window. Mostly north, a little bit west. So what that means is the light is not the best. Natural sunlight, I get light, but it's not sunlight for most of the year. So that's why I supplement with grow lights. I literally say that I sleep in a grow tent because this is a studio apartment, but the lights and the plants take precedence over my sleep needs. So the lights go on at 7:30 and then they go off at 7:30. But if I want to sleep late, I wear an eye mask. So I literally sleep in a grow tent. But it's all good. It's all for the plants. I'm not mad about it. So today I want to show you guys my favorite anthurium. I'm letting y'all know right now, most of them are from Farm Animal Plant House. I've been buying from them since they were doing Instagram live sales, and now they have moved over to Palm Street. When I tell you, don't get on Palm Street. Don't get on there unless you want to spend up all your money. Palm Street is the devil, but it's just the cutest little app. Lots of sellers are on there. There are live sales, there are purges. You can just kind of sell your plants straight up outright, and then as people purchase, they just do. So I be in the Farm Animal Plant House live sales like all the time. Don't ask me what their schedule is, because I don't even know what my schedule is. Like the app notifies me when they're going live, and I just be on there. I be on there at work. I be on there at home. I be on there during the the time that I have between flights. I'm a flight attendant, by the way, so that's another thing that we could kind of talk about a little bit on in this channel. I did a career transition in 2016, and I left New York City, my hometown. I love New York. I'm from the Bronx. Shout out to the Bronx. Shout out to New York City. Shout out to Jasmine Lowe, another New Yorker. I left New York in 2016. I've been here in Delaware because I did a whole career change. I don't have a problem maintaining plants and keeping plants as a flight attendant. I mostly do turns, which are out in bags, or like 2-day trips, 3-day trips. Sometimes I'll do a 4-day trip and the plants are fine. I'm all semi-hydro, and that's another thing we can talk about on this channel. I don't have soil. I don't use soil at all. My plants are all in semi-hydro. Most of them are in a kind of like a little mix that I have created, and we'll talk about that later on in another video. But let's get into the plants. Let's get into the plants. So the first plant I want to show y'all is my clarinervium. I got this from a local plant shop in not Kent County. This is Newcastle, Sussex County in Delaware. Delaware only has 3 counties. It was called Pepper's Greenhouse, I believe. And I will show you a picture of what this plant looked like when I bought it home. It's been more than a year, and she is absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. So easygoing in ambient conditions. Never gives me any problems. I usually cut the inflows off, but I decided not to cut this one I don't know why. I'm not ready to pollinate just yet. Although at some point I do plan on trying to start to see if I can grow seedlings. Not necessarily to sell, but just to see if I can do it. But this baby has given me the most amazing leaves. Absolutely the most easygoing plant that I have in my collection. Look at that. I don't know if it's gonna focus. Are you gonna focus? Look at that baby. Absolutely stunning. Look at this one. Stunning, stunning, stunning. And here is probably the biggest leaf that it has given me. Like, absolutely adorable. I mean, come on. Really, literally the most easygoing plant. Constantly giving inflows, constantly throwing out new leaves. And again, she is in pond, or my DIY pond substrate. And we will talk about that. So that's my clarinerbium. She's the sweetest, cutest baby ever. And let's go on to the next plant. So another one of my favorite anthurium is my crystallinum by Windy Dress that I got from Font Animal Plant House. I would say maybe about earlier this summer, maybe June, early June, I think. I'm so bad with when I bought, because I've literally been buying plants all fucking summer. Ridiculous. So I've already up-potted her. She has grown ridiculous. Look, I mean, come on, like, look at the absolutely beautiful, stunning belateness of these leaves. I'm gonna do some B-roll just to really, really give you an opportunity to see like how belate and kind of shiny, and it feels like, they almost feel like silk, like a bumpy silk, and there's already a new leaf on the way. I know that's kind of hard to see, but I'll show some, I'll put some B-roll in here. I already repotted her once. Like I said, she has been growing beautifully. At some point I do want to chop and prop just to see if I can like be successful at it, but I don't think I want to do it yet, because like, she's just perfect. She's like the perfect size, so petite, so just like demure. Are we still saying demure? I've always said demure. I don't know why everybody's like, this is a new word. I'm like, it's a freaking word that people use. Demure. Yeah, this plant is very much demure, very much mindful. She doesn't take up too much space in the cabinet like the other plants. She just grows beautifully, very mindful of the other plants, very mindful of me because she knows I have limited space. So yeah, crystallinum by Windy Dress. If they still have more of these, because you know, when you're a grower, you grow seedlings out to whatever, small size, medium size, whatever, you sell them, they're done, and then you have another batch of different plants. But if they still have these, you need to go ahead and copy one. Easy going, easy growing. I may move her out to ambient at some point, but not yet. I'm not ready, because I have moved plants out of I have four IKEA greenhouses that I've converted. I have a Mills bow that's over here. I have a Fabricord that's right behind, right in front of me, and then I don't know if you could see over here. That is 2 Rudstas that I combined, so 4 in total. But at some point, the plants get large and they need to transition out of the cabinet, and when they do, sometimes, baby, them plants throw a whole fit. So I don't want that to happen with this one, because I don't want her. I would be sad. I would be very devastated. So we're gonna keep her in the greenhouse. She sits in this one, and we're gonna keep her there for now, and then we're gonna see what happens, like maybe in the springish. The next plant on my list is my Ace of Spades F2 by Poppy Leland. Can we please have a round of applause for the leaves? Like, let's just, come on. Like, let's just be for freaking real. Look how amazing they are. And of course, I'm gonna do like a, some B-roll to show you really, really, really how amazing they are. This already needs to be repotted. Like, something needs to happen. This needs to be repotted, but I'm not ready to do it yet. I try not to repot plants in the colder months, even though this does sit in the greenhouse. So they probably think it's like summer year round, but maybe they don't. I don't really know. Because the atmosphere changes, like the gravitational pulls of the earth changes. The plants know, baby. The plants know. Okay, so I don't want to repot something and then have to struggle with it, because especially when it just looks so beautiful. And this is the type of thing, like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I'm saying? Because I did some repotting and I ended up with a bunch of rehabs. I don't know if you can see them right over there. Those are a whole bunch of little plants in little domes. A whole bunch of little plants in little domes. Okay, because yeah, I did some cutting and some chopping and some propping, and I did some overwatering, and then they died. Well, they died back. And so now here we are. So I don't want to repot this yet because I don't want anything bad to happen. So this plant also sits in that greenhouse. And yeah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I did not get this plant from Font Animal Plant House. I got this from Creaky Shed. This is an Luxurians by SKG Gray from Creaky Shed. It was big. It had, I'll see if I can find the footage of what it looked like when I first got it. It was huge. It had these huge, round, super, you know, just the cutest little bulate, you know, luxuriance type leaves. And it died. It completely died back. Like, it just hated me. I don't know why. I don't know what happened. And I tried to rehab it. Couldn't figure out how to do it. And literally, I was just like, you know what? You're just going to go in some water. So I literally plopped it in some water with some of the, you know, the Leca Queen on YouTube. Like, she has this, like, Clonex clone solution root thing that, you know, she uses to, like, help establish roots or grow roots when she does the long method of transferring plants from soil to semi-hydro. So I used that and I let it sit in the greenhouse for months and months and months and months. And we're here. Started from the bottom and now we're here, okay? It had one leaf. I don't remember which one it was. I think it might have been this one. It had one leaf and then it started giving me more and more and more. And this is the latest one. Dark, belate, absolutely stunning. I don't know why it's not focusing, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful. I'm really proud of this. I'm really happy with this. And I'm going to even tell you what I did. I accidentally, I don't know how I did it, but there was one leaf that was like yellowing and I was like, I'm just going to cut it off. Cut off the wrong fucking leaf. It was a brand new one. Cut off the wrong leaf. Devastated. But I was like, okay, you're not dead. We're just going to love you and continue on. And then it finally gave me this new one. So I'm super happy about that. This one also lives in the greenhouse behind me. I may pull her out of ambient at some point, but like I said, not to the spring. Because luxurians are pretty hardy, although, truth be told, I have had 3 luxurians and I have not been able to keep any of them alive, and I have no idea why. I do not know why luxurians hate me, but they fucking hate me. In the greenhouse, outside of the greenhouse, ambient conditions, it doesn't matter. Don't pay that any mind. That is my dryer. We over here multitasking before I go to the dentist appointment that I had this afternoon. You know when you get that wish list plant and you just be really happy and it struggles for a little bit, and then it finally decides to pull itself together and give you like a banger leaf, and you just like, yeah, it's all been worth it. That's this plant right here. King of Spades. The mother. Well, the father, because this is the king. The father. Okay. This actually has not given me a whole lot of trouble. I'm calling this a King of Spades, but it's was sold from our animal plant house as a King of Spades open, meaning that it was pollinated with something, but they weren't sure what. And you don't want to call something a King of Spades when it's not a true King of Spades. So I bought it as a King of Spades open. It was a little slow growing at first to establish roots, but I believe that that's how King of Spades kind of are. And then it just started pumping out leaves, pumping out leaves, pumping out leaves. It's still a little bit slow. We are finally at caterpillar, as you can see. This got damaged because I got a little bit overzealous with my pest treatment, and I did have to snip a few leaves because of that. But this is the latest leaf right here. Absolutely stunning, amazing, freaking beautiful. And the roots are just like the roots are giving. I don't know why this dang camera don't want to focus, but the roots is rooting. Maybe if I hide my face, I don't know. But anyway, the roots are rooting. It looks fantastic. And I'm sorry, it's giving true King of Spades to me. Like, I don't know about you, but this is giving true King of Spades. So even though they called it the King of Spades open, I'm thinking this is King of Spades. Like, I can't imagine this being anything else. Y'all let me know in the comments, like, what do you think? This is King of Spades as far as I'm concerned. And this was actually sold to me also from Fun Animal Plant House as a true King of Spades. So it turns out that I ended up with 2 of them. So this is definitely King of Spades, and the other one is called King of Spades open. But honestly, if you ask me, that one looks like a truer, or I guess a more pure form, I guess, of King of Spades than this one does. Not that this one isn't beautiful in and of itself. It's grown well. It has 2 growth points. I'm not even sure how that happened, but I'm not mad about it because we got the one right here and then another one right here. But for some, and the roots are doing amazingly well. I know the light is really bright, and that's probably why it's having trouble focusing. Don't worry, listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I'm winging it up in here, okay? So the light ain't lighting right now, but we're gonna work it out. Just give me some time. As a random aside, when I was in New York, well, actually, I went to Temple University in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Shout out to the Temple Owls. And actually studied broadcasting, communications, lighting, editing, video editing, all of that. That was what I studied. And then I got my master's degree from the New School in New York, and I got a degree in media studies, media management, and a lot of that was also video editing and whatnot. So this is something that I have done in the past, but I'm rusty. I haven't done video editing, lighting, camera work in like a good, I don't know, 15, 20 years. So bear with me. We're going to get this lighting together, okay? We're going to get these camera angles together, okay? Bear with me. But it's not about me right now. It's about the plants. So we're going to show off the plants. So I'm not even really sure what's going on with this one in terms of why the leaf looks like it does. If anybody in the comments can help me, please do, because none of my other plants do this. I don't think it's a lighting issue. It might be a nutrient issue, but this plant gets the same nutrients as all my other plants, and the roots are healthy. I'm wondering if it might be a lighting issue, because it is in my Mills bow on the top shelf. And the top shelf, I got the Mills bow used from Facebook Marketplace, and it already came with Barina T8. So the T8s are on the top shelf, and then the T5s are illuminating the bottom shelf. So this is on the top shelf with the T8, so I'm wondering if that might be too much light. So I'm going to move it maybe to the bottom shelf, and I've got 2 new somethings growing. I'm not sure if these are leaves or inflows. I think they actually might be 2 leaves, so that's good. So I'm going to move this to the bottom shelf and see if that makes a difference in terms of lighting. Well, now I got water on my shirt. What the hell? But I just watered these yesterday. I probably should have done the video and then watered them. Anyway, live and learn, right? The next plant is my Lexi's Dream. This is also from Fine Animal Plant House. This is a red crystal premium by Leland Dagger, I believe. This plant has had a little bit of some drama. Not really drama, but she's been going through some things. I had put her in the Fabricor and I had a hard time trying to figure out the lighting situation because the Fabricor, it's all glass. In the other cabinets, I would just use magnets and like zip ties to hold the lights up. But with the glass, I was kind of having a hard time trying to figure out how to get the lights to stay up on the glass. And there was a couple of times I would come home from work and the light would be literally in the middle of this plant because it was the tallest one on the shelf. And I was like, oh my God. So we finally got ourselves together. There was not really much damage. And she cool. She throwed out this leaf. This is a banger. Let me see if I can pull that up for you. Look at that. That's freaking stunning right there, right? Right? And she's putting out a new leaf right now. Like I said, I don't know if you can see that, but I'll, insert some B-roll so you can check that out. Even the thing that I even like about this is that the roots are red. The roots are red, right? So once I got this one and she finally got herself together and she threw this leaf out for me, I was like, oh, I gotta get another one of these. Hold on. So apparently this was one of the mother plants that Phil and Lexi were selling off because I guess they were trying to make room for some other stuff. So I got this one more recently than that one. I was fucking around trying to do some extra shit with my substrates and she struggled a little bit, but I think we're gonna be okay. I think I see a new leaf emerging and this is the leaf, the latest leaf. This is one of the latest leaves that it came with. Not as dark, but I think what I've noticed is that sometimes when I get plants and they come in and they are, dark or whatever they are, but then when they get into my environment, into my cabinets, humidity, blah, 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 whatever, they get darker. I don't know what that's all about. I don't know what kind of lighting that other growers have, or maybe the lights are higher or further away from the plants, because my lights low-key are pretty close because obviously the plants are in cabinets and they're not in these big grow tents. So the leaves do tend to come out darker for me. So I'm hoping that that is going to be the case with this one. Not that this isn't dark enough, that's beautiful. But hopefully the next leaf, which I believe is starting to emerge, hopefully the next leaf will be giving me darkity, dark. So this plant was so nice, I had to buy it twice. And I got a couple more plants. The next plant is my BVEP port by Fort Sherman, also from Fine Animal Plant House. I already told y'all, baby, I'm paying their mortgage at this point, okay? I'm paying their mortgage at this point with as many plants as I have from them. But yeah, this is a BVEP port by Fort Sherman. This is the latest leaf. Freaking stunning. Banger, banger, banger. Y'all already know. Dark like I like my men's, okay? Almost blue. Almost like a bluish green. And we already got a new leaf emergent, roots going crazy. It's been a really easygoing grower for me. It does need to be repot, but I'm gonna wait. I'm not gonna do that just yet. I just don't think that it's time. Because like I said, I don't want to lose this one. This one stays in the Fabricor that is sitting in front of me right now. Look at that. I mean, just absolutely stunning. Very, very beautiful leaves. Very, very beautiful. I just love it. I just love that it's just so the leaves are dark. The sinus is kind of it's getting, getting wider, and hopefully it will continue to get wider. Because it's a Fort Sherman and a port, and then it's giving the belatedness of the BVEP. So hopefully this will continue to get longer and wider sinus, and I cannot wait. This is my Luxuriance by Long Long Bullet. I also got this from Farm Animal Plant House. I had 2 of these. I bought one. It was going fine. It was going well. It was doing what it needed to do. And then I decided to buy another one. I don't know why, but now I know why. I don't know what happened to the first one. I don't know if I watered it wrong and something happened and it just, the roots were healthy. The roots were fine. I unpotted it and everything. The roots were fine. Every single leaf just completely died back. To this day, I don't know why. To this day, I don't know why. So I'm so glad that I decided to get this one before that one decided to kick the bucket. It's now sitting in a rehab tent over there. Hopefully I will be able to bring it back. Hopefully we will be able to make a comeback. But in the meantime, I have my replacement here, Luxuriance by Long Long Bullet. This is the latest leaf right here. Isn't that amazing? And we already got a new leaf emerging right there. So I'm so glad I had the replacement because I really did love it. I really look at the texture. Look at the texture of the leaf. Like, that's amazing. You know, gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. And the roots are doing really well as well. Oh, I've kind of overdid it with the tree fern fiber up in here. But, I mean, I'm not mad about it. Clearly, we don't have a problem because we're getting a new leaf. But yeah, the other one died back. Hopefully, it will make a recovery. But in the meantime, I have this baby. I'm not even going to say anything. I'm just going to show you. Forgetti Eye by Report. Once again, Farm Animal Plant House. Y'all already know. They was calling this the battle of the sinuses, and that was why I was like, I need to get this because I want to see what a battle of the sinuses is going to look like for me. And I am low-key so glad that it is giving Report vibes because this is so freaking beautiful. Look at that. That's the latest leaf right there. And I think we are finally at Caterpillar. I think we're finally at Caterpillar, and I'm here for it. Roots looking delicious. Roots looking fantastic. Amazing. So we're finally at Caterpillar on this one. This, amazing. It just, please. I just don't even know what to say. Like, I love that. Oh God, everything about this plant is a win. The leaves, like when they harden off, they're just hardy. You know what I mean? Like, they're not like flimsy leaves at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're just hardy leaves. You know, the emergent, I don't know that there's a specific color of emergent. It's just green. It's just like a beautiful, and this is not even fully hardened off yet, so I can tell it's probably going to get like a little bit bigger. I'm okay with that. Please do so. Again, this one probably needs to be repot, but a lot of the ones that I say need to be repot, I'm definitely not doing that until the spring. But what I will do is something that I used to do in the past, and I don't know why I don't do it now, but I'm probably going to start again. You know, when you put the moss on top, just to give the roots something to like grow into and then grow down into the substrate. So when you do need to chop and prop, those top roots are already there, so you have like a top cut and then like a butt cut. So I'm going to start doing that with some of these that need to be repot, but I'm not going to repot them. I'm just going to put that moss on top, and just to give the roots a chance to like really establish themselves, and then when I'm ready to make the cuts, boom boom, like that. You know what I'm saying? But yes, Forgetti Eye by Report. The last plant I want to show is my Red Crystal by Pink Lemonade. Wait, right? Is that right? Yes. Red Crystal by Pink Lemonade. I got this from, I don't remember where I got it. I'll put it underneath in the thing. I don't remember where I got it. I know it was on Palm Street. And I have not planned on buying any more plants, but I kind of, Pink Lemonade is something that I really, Pink Lemonade is a wish list plant for me. And this is a red crystal, which is also another wish list plant for me. So to combine a red crystal with a pink lemonade, I was like, yes. We struggled. Leaves did not die back, but the roots definitely did, and I wasn't really sure what to do. I was like, okay, we're just gonna work with what we have here. We're gonna pray on it. We're gonna love it and hug it, and give it some tender care and feedings and light and humidity. And we finally got the roots to establish, and then I finally got this leaf right here. Obviously still not finished hardening off, because again, it's gonna harden off to like this. I love the waviness. I think that's why I like this. I was like, this is like the leaves are wavy, the veins are, the leaves are wavy, the veins are veiny. I have so many more plants. We could be here literally all day, all week, all month, as I show you all of my favorite plants. I've got favorites. I've got not so favorite that I want to be my favorites. Hopefully they'll get themselves together and become my favorites. I want to show y'all my ambient plants, the ones that are doing well and the ones that are not doing so well. Most of my plants are anthurium, like 98% of my plants are anthurium plants, and that's just because for me, I don't like moss poles. I don't want to do all that shit. I don't care about making sure the moss is moist and climbing up. If that's what floats your boat, boom, do it. But for me, I fungus gnats and all up in the moss poles and all that. Been there, done that. When I first started collecting plants, that's what I was doing. I had philodendrons, I had bilietiaes, I had atabapoenses, I had sigoniums. I just was like, I mean, not that sigoniums do moss poles, but you understand what I'm saying. Like, I had a whole bunch of different variety of plants, but for some reason, anthuriums just kind of spoke to me, mostly because they were very easygoing. Then they're very hardy. I'm telling you, anthuriums are not as difficult as people think they are. They really are not. And I found that they adapted so well to semi-hydro, and I was so over soil. I didn't want soil in my house. I have one plant in soil, and that is a huge ZZ plant, and the only reason it is in soil is because it's too big to transfer to semi-hydro. It was big when I got it. I repotted it and it got even bigger, and then I was like, nah, I'm not messing with you. You can stay in soil, but there's Lego on top to keep the fungus gnats away, and I haven't really had any fungus gnats since I transferred all of my plants to semi-hydro. In another video, a later video, I will talk about semi-hydro, why I decided to make the switch to semi-hydro. No knocking soil. If that's your thing, do it. And I did for a while, but I was like, nah, we're gonna jump off with the rocks, okay? We're gonna jump off with the rocks. And I feel like that works for me, my lifestyle, my watering habits, and I do really feel like when your plant is in semi-hydro and you are feeding them nutrients daily, well, not daily, but I mean like with every watering, I mean the growth is ridiculous, particularly with anthurium. They size up so quickly and take up so much space. Like I said, I literally sleep in a greenhouse because there are plants everywhere. Anthurium are everywhere. They grow quickly. They take up a bunch of space. And I'm afraid to chop because I kind of don't know what I'm doing. So y'all are going to come on this journey with me as I chop and prop some of my anthurium in the next couple months or so. And start kind of just selling. I'm not trying to, make profits or start a business or anything like that. I just want to sell just to see if I can do it, to see if I can grow some seedlings out, to see if I can chop some of my anthurium and sell them in like the Facebook group or on Palm Street. I'm a Palm Street seller. Well, they approved me to be a Palm Street seller. I haven't sold anything on there yet. But that might be a possibility. I'm over here right now literally looking at another plant I wanted to add to this video, but I'm like, nope, we out of time. We're not doing that today. Maybe in the next video. But please let me know in the comments what kind of content you want to see. Like I said, all of my plants are anthurium. There's no shortage of anthurium enthusiasts on YouTube. You Don't Even Grow Here, Unplanned Parenthood, Jasmina Lowe, Aroid District are just some of the few that I absolutely enjoy. Like, their videos are so cute. Hakuna La Planta. Literally, I just put those videos on and do my plant chores in the background. And I know y'all do too. So Let me know what y'all want to see in the comments below. Like I said, we could talk about semi-hydro. We could talk about anthurium chopping and proper. We could talk about palm tree. We could talk about lighting. We can talk about being a flight attendant. Like, if you want me to do like a cute little Q&A on being a flight attendant and taking care of my plants while I'm away from home, we could do that too. Like, whatever y'all want. This is your channel. I'm just here to, you know, talk about plants. Like I said, people in my real life, you know, they know I collect plants. They're like, oh, how are the plants? Like, every time I get on a plane, my crew is like, oh, how y'all plants? How your plants? But I'm like, oh, they doing real good. I want a plant van, or I did this, or I did that. And, you know, I'm sure they probably like, girl, please. But, you know, I look at pictures of they dogs, they cats, they babies going off to 3rd grade or 5th grade. These are my babies. So I show them pictures of my babies. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me. And we're going to try, and by we, I mean me, I'm going to try to do a little more regular content. Just because I feel like it. I finally figured out how to work this camera. I got my lighting. We're going to work on the lighting. I know we're going to work on this lighting. We are. Don't at me. I'm going to work on the lighting. I know it's bright. But, yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to do that. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see y'all in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and all that. Isn't that what they're supposed to say? Like, comment, and subscribe, boom, boom. So, yeah. I'll see y'all in the next video.